afternoon is giving up tacos for lunch. So it's great being here. I figured I'd just start by telling y'all about myself. You may think that I look like I'm in finance or accounting. That's because I am. And, no matter how I look, the glasses, the shirts, the way I overanalyze everything, I feel like I could be an extra for an episode of The Big Bang Theory. And, one of those just like side characters they meet, like at a Comic-Con event, I just make a bunch of puns that nobody else laughs at the whole episode. But, growing up, having this like nerdy white guy persona, if it was anything other than math or studying or school, I would often be overlooked or come off as like unassuming. So, like when I would play sports as a kid, I'd always be the kid that got the most improved player award. And, I wasn't bad. The coaches would always just be surprised. Like, wow, look how good nerdy little Matthew is. And for me, it always kind of reminded me of the face that Lieutenant Dan makes when he realizes how good Forrest Gump is at ping pong. So that's like my stereotype, if you will, and it's totally true, I'm not going to deny it, but like all stereotypes, it doesn't tell the whole story. As an example, I am actually really good at sports. I played in college soccer. I do not play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm a really good dancer. At least I feel that way when I go to a concert and I'm on ecstasy. So I dated this girl before, and it was going great. But after a few months, we ended up having to have a talk. And during that talk, I kind of got coaxed into revealing this spreadsheet I made about all the pros and cons of dating her. And she got pissed, she was like, wow, breaking down our relationship to a spreadsheet. You don't understand me, and my emotions. And I'm like, well, actually, I do understand you, because me not understanding you is like number 4 on my graph here. I just don't know what that means, really. But, if she understood me, she would understand, like, that's just how I learned, right, with numbers. And based off of all this data I have and the algorithm, if she just made me breakfast, not even that often, which is like 1 or 2 times more a week, that would increase my attraction to her by 17%. And she's like a great person, really fun, overall good personality. That's what was making me like 9% attracted to her. But if she just worked out, power rings, if she worked out like 1 or 2 times a week, her body would look amazing, it would make me like 73% attracted to her. And she was like, wait, that's like close to 100%, so does that mean you'll be in love? I was like, well, you forgot about the 27% of the time that you like drain all the energy out of me, complain about your mom, and making me watch Love Island. So everyone's got a stereotype, and especially nowadays, everyone's like, no, stereotypes are bad things. You don't want to limit people, put them in a little box, right? But I think in day-to-day situations, they could be a good thing, because, when you first meet someone, for a couple of minutes, right, you only have a little bit of information. The entire rest of the personality, you just have to make it up, right? So if you have like a positive interaction with someone, you just assume everything about them is positive. Like, my roommate recently started dating this girl, and she called him, so that she was talking to me, he wasn't in the room, and she was just telling me, one thing I really like about him is that he plays the banjo. And in my head I'm thinking, I know he has a banjo in his room, but I know for a fact he's never played the banjo before. And then like on the flip side, it's like, say you meet a 25-year-old attractive woman, and she was attractive before like all the like lip fillers and plastic surgery. It just makes you think like, what is this girl hiding? Maybe she has herpes. But just imagine if, as humans, we couldn't stereotype people, right, and like fill in this information. So I was at this networking event a couple weeks ago, and I was just like talking to this guy. I was like, "Hey Jim, been a good conversation with you. We only got a little bit of time though, and I can't stereotype you, so I really need to ask you some important questions to make sure this is a good fit, you know? So I just want to ask you, what is one of your childhood traumas that you haven't gotten over yet? You know, and just to make sure we're good business partners, do you hate your parents? So, you know, just imagine if we couldn't stereotype people, we'd actually have to get to know every person that we met. And, you know, we don't got time for that shit. More important things to do. So, I probably doesn't come as a surprise, maybe you guys, but sometimes, maybe it's just me, but it's a little hard to understand women. And, like, one time this one girl, she told me, you know, I just don't know if I'm in a place in my life where I know where I want to be right now. And I was like, I don't know where you are, but if you're hungry, I'm in your kitchen, because I don't know what that means, really. But yeah, you know, just like dating girls sometimes, I feel like instead of, they would rather kind of seem like they don't really know what's going on or a little crazy than just be like, you know what, I'm really not into this anymore. But for me, I'm all about like self-improvement, and to get better at things, you know, you need to know the truth, right? And that's why I'm always honest with women. So I'm still single. And because I'm single, for the holidays, I didn't have anything better to do, so I went and stayed with my mom for a week. Just kidding, I love my mom, she's a great person. And you know, it's very nice. When I stayed with her for a week, it reminded me how like accommodating she is all the time, and sweet and a good person, except when she wants to tell a story or talk to one of her kids, she does not give a fuck. Because have you ever had like more one-way conversations than with your mom? Like, and you can tell it's coming because you'll be doing whatever you're doing. Say you're like just, you know, hanging out in the house, watching TV, reading a book, whatever. And she comes up to you, she's like, Matthew, what are you up to? What are you up to? And you can tell that it's coming because the energy and the tone of that question is like way more than the situation that I'm in right now. And she's trying to disguise it a little bit. She doesn't want to weird me out and make me not answer. So she's trying to disguise it a little bit, but she can't help it. But you better come up with a really good excuse real quick, otherwise you'll get stuck in a monologue. And the difference between a monologue and talking with other people is that you don't even need to be like, yeah, no, what? That's crazy. Tell me more. Wait, what did you say? Oh, no, that's crazy. Wait, Sally did that? No way. Like, when I was hanging out there, I watched an entire 30-minute episode of Jack Ryan. She was talking the entire time, and I never responded once. So that was all. Thank you very much. It's been a fun night.